In a shocking move that's bound to frustrate millions of shoppers across the country, Walmart and Target have just made a major announcement. They're phasing out self-checkout systems at their stores. Now, this isn't just a small change that affects a few customers here and there. This is a sweeping shift that's going to have ripple effects felt by pretty much everyone who shops at big box stores like Walmart and Target, or even at similar chains like Home Depot, Lowe's, and Dollar General. If you've shopped at any of these retailers recently, you've likely noticed the trend towards self-checkout lanes. Over the last few years, it's been a growing part of the shopping experience, with customers increasingly opting to scan and bag their own items instead of waiting in long cashier lines. But now, those self-checkout lanes are being pulled out, and the reason behind it is a serious issue that's going to change the way we shop. Retailers like Target and Walmart have seen a massive rise in theft, particularly shoplifting, which is linked to self-checkout machines. In fact, Target alone reported losing around $500 million last year due to thefts related to self-checkout. And the numbers aren't looking any better for other stores as well. So, what do? They're taking drastic measures and rolling back on one of the biggest innovations in retail over the past few years. Now, you might be wondering, if self-checkout is going away, what's going to replace it? Well, the truth is, at least for the time being, it's not going to be more cashiers. You'd think that if stores are getting rid of self-checkout lanes, they'd just bring back a bunch of cashiers to help speed up the process, right? Wrong. Instead, Walmart and Target are opting to turn the space where self-checkout used to be into more product shelving. That's right, more space for products. So, while the self-checkout stations are being removed, the focus is now going to be on increasing inventory, bringing more items closer to the front of the store for easy access. The stores are hoping that this will offset the inconvenience of slower checkout times. But here's the problem. With fewer self-checkout lanes, there's going to be more people standing in line at the few remaining checkouts. This is going to increase wait times, and I can already see the frustration growing as shoppers are forced to stand in longer lines. This is going to cause a big shift in how people shop. What was once a quick and efficient process is now going to slow down dramatically, and this is something that not just Walmart or Target shoppers are going to notice. It's everyone who shops at big box stores. Retailers like Target and Walmart were betting on self-checkout as a way to save money and speed things up, but it's clear now that it hasn't been the smooth ride they hoped for. Theft has been a huge problem, and while some would argue that self-checkout makes it easier for customers to quickly get in and out, it also creates a lot of room for errors, and, let's face it, theft. Some people admit to accidentally skipping items while scanning, while others have been caught simply not scanning things at all. There's even been footage from social media showing shoppers at Home Depot, Walmart, and Target, with one employee trying to monitor 8 self-checkout lanes. That's not a manageable system by any means. And it's not just theft, there's also the issue of inventory errors. Mistakes happen when items don't get scanned properly, and without enough staff to monitor it, those errors can result in people walking away with items they never paid for, or overpaying for items by mistake. So, what's the fix? Walmart and Target have decided to get rid of self-checkout for now, but it doesn't mean the issues are over. So, what's next for shoppers? Experts are predicting that while theft may be reduced, customers will have to pay the price in the form of longer checkout times. And this is something that's going to affect everyone. If you're a Walmart or Target customer, be prepared for more waiting and less convenience. And if you shop at other retailers that are considering a similar move, expect the same issues. It's going to be a frustrating experience for a lot of shoppers, and not just because of the increased wait times. As inflation continues to rise, and as stores look to cut costs, we're going to see a shift in how retail operates. The new trend is going to be focused less on customer experience and more on cost-cutting measures to offset things like tariffs, inflation, and supply chain challenges. So while stores are looking to pull self-checkout stations, you're also going to see other changes that might make your shopping experience a little less enjoyable. This whole shift towards removing self-checkout lanes might sound like a step backward, but let's talk about why retailers are doing it. The primary reason is simple: theft. A report from Target showed that the company lost nearly $500 million in 2023 due to shrink. This includes both theft and inventory errors. In the past, when you went to the store, you simply picked up your items and checked out with a cashier. It was a smooth process. But then came self-checkout, and while it was meant to speed up the experience, it ended up creating more problems than it solved. Now, some people argue that self-checkout systems make shopping more convenient, but the reality is that it's also much easier for things to slip through the cracks. And that's exactly what's been happening in these stores. Items are getting overlooked, missed during scans, or taken without payment. As retailers scramble to balance their budgets and try to regain control over their losses, one thing is certain: customers are going to feel the impact. Lines will get longer, and you may have to adjust your shopping habits to deal with the slower pace. But it doesn't end there. This change is a sign of bigger issues in the retail world. With rising costs and less disposable income, customers aren't shopping as much. Retailers are trying to be efficient, but it's clear that the self-checkout experiment wasn't the long-term solution they hoped for. For now, we can expect more shelves, less speed, and a lot more waiting in line. Let me know if you've seen any self-checkout lanes being removed in your area. Are you already frustrated with longer lines, or are you just used to it by now? This is a major change that's going to take some time to get used to, and it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for daily updates on all things retail, economics, and national policy.